First of all, I need to backtrack because I need to make sure I heard something correct, which I heard, but I know it's correct, but I want to double check. You went to what high school again? I know. I just want to hear it.
Omaha North.
30th Street in Ames, right?
Yep, that's it, baby.
That's timeout chicken grease in your blood. That's what kept that knee going. You know, you had some timeout chicken, heavy on the grease, and you had some red soda, some strawberry soda. So your blood pumps a little differently. So when you tore the ACL, it wasn't much. You had all that timeout grease, you know, the chicken and the strawberry drink in there, and one of those good grease burgers. So yeah, you built differently. So you're made for that. That's what it is.
Tyson Terry of Omaha North has just become the 38th wrestler in Nebraska wrestling history to be a four-time state champion. He's the only Nebraska wrestler to do this in the heavyweight weight class all 4 years. He ends his career as a four-time state heavyweight champion with an undefeated record of 169 wins, 0 losses.
215-pounders report to the medal areas at this time. 215-pounders report to the medal area at this time.
What's going on, everybody? Fall in, at attention. You are locked into another episode of the Husker Army Podcast, brought to you by the great folks right over here at Hurrdat Sports Network and Hurrdat One. And, of course, if you get the chance, hop onto Facebook, become a member of the Husker Army Facebook fan page. Got roughly about 41,000 members, I believe. Great group of folks, always great conversations. You won't be disappointed. So if you get the chance, Husker Army Facebook fan page, awesome bunch of group. Matthew Malone heads that up, and he does great with it. So, got to let you know, if you're watching on YouTube, of course, make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification icon. Really helps us out a lot. Helps the algorithm. Helps us grow. We're at 341 subscribers right now. Looking for more. Might do another giveaway at 400. Never know. So, got to let you know, of course, for that giveaway, you need to know where the merch is. Here it is right here, folks. Shop.hurrdatsports.com. You get the chance, hop over there. Got some great stuff over there, man. These shirts are made of awesome quality. It's stretch, it breathes. It's not heavy. Comes in more colors than obviously black, and a couple different designs as well. So you got your hats, your dad trucker hats, the beanies, stainless steel tumblers, and of course the coffee mugs. You get, I think there's a choice between a 15 and 20 ounce coffee mug on there. And of course the hats come in different colors as well. And they look pretty sick. Here in a moment, you'll see the white HAP hat sitting on Deadpool's head here in front of me. So we'll get that out the way. That's about it for that. So I'm your host, Bryan Knutzen. With me, as always, former Husker wide receiver and multi-time national champion, Kenny Cheatham, a.k.a. KC. You can also call him Husker Noop 1911. That's what he loves. I don't know why. We're going to talk about that someday, Kenny. Trust me. We're going to have to talk about it, man. And then, of course, our guest today, guys, he's been all over Twitter here lately, all over the media. His recent, I believe, third straight state national title in wrestling. Amazing feat. Current commit to Nebraska, 4-star defensive tackle out of Omaha North, Tyson Terry. Tyson, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing good today. I just, thank you guys for having me on, and I'm excited to get this thing going.
Oh, same here. I got to show it to everybody that joins the show. You automatically get enlisted into the Husker Army.
I love it.
I didn't know if 54 is actually going to be your number once you're here, but hey, that's what you're wearing in the visiting pictures. So got to roll with it, man.
Yeah. So, that's what I plan on wearing. So yeah.
So let's go ahead and talk about it right away. I mean, it's not football related, but I mean, you were the talk of Twitter for at least a solid 2 weeks or more, man. Winning your, I believe, third straight state title in wrestling. And
yeah,
was it 3 straight? Am I?
It was 4.
4. My
Yeah.
God. What was it? 169-0.
Yep.
My God. And come to find out, you did this, especially your final championship match, with a torn ACL. And watching that match, Tyson, you'd never know what was going through your head, man.
Yeah. So I mean, actually, I tore it back in. It was October 3rd. I tore it during a football game. And wrestling has kind of just been a part of me my whole life. My dad wrestled at UNO back in the day, and so that was my first sport that I had. And so the first thing I knew was wrestling. Just being around it all the time growing up, and so I tore it during a football game, and the first thing I thought about was, like state wrestling, like 4-time state title. Like that was the first thing that crossed my mind. Just walking off the field there. For me, like my sophomore year, I tore my labrum the first football game, and I finished football and finished wrestling out, and then got surgery a week after state wrestling. So for me, I kind of just know, like when something's really wrong. And like the trainers were like, yeah, you're good. And it was like, man, something's not right here.
Right.
And so I actually had my OV the next day, and they seen me limping around, and I was like, I've just, bruised it up last night. And so their trainers checked me out, and they're like, yeah, man, we think it's ACL. And I was like, oh gosh, like it was just, it was kind of, it hurt me, and so but kind of really the back of my mind, I was like, no, it's just a sprain. It can't be torn. So we ended up getting like an MRI that next Monday. Got the results back, and it was torn. I tore my meniscus, and so it was like, man, like I just thought like life was over. It kind of just hurt me, and so I knew that other wrestlers in college, I knew a few that have wrestled, with a torn ACL. And first thing we did, we went to a couple doctors, actually, like 3 or 4, just to kind of get their opinion on wrestling. And 3 out of the 4 said, no, we got to get surgery right away. And then, the one doctor that actually said that, let's see this out. He had a tie with Nebraska. So, I kind of felt comfortable with that. We did a month of PT. And my numbers were good. PT was like, man, like, I think, just with the muscles that I have around it and supporting it. And then, everything looked good. Got back with the doctors. They're like, okay, let's do another month. So I did another month. And then, after that second month, I was starting to get on the mat, and, it was really a mental thing, just because like I was constantly thinking about it. Like, oh man, like, is it gonna, do worse?
Is it gonna hold up?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not a small guy. I'm 280 pounds. So, it's not, it could go wrong pretty quick. And so, it was really, really a lot in my mind. And, it just, stressed me out, because I was constantly thinking about it. I practiced during tournaments. And so getting back to wrestling, it was kind of like I had to wrestle differently, just because I, couldn't obviously do the same things that I was able to do, and so that was kind of finding small things that maybe that's going to help. And so for me, it was like I'm going out here, and I'm going to pin you as fast as I can. I don't gotta waste no time out here, try to play around with you. So it was just got back on the mat, and I started feeling I'm just more comfortable, and we kind of just progressed up into doing more and more. And so my first tournament was New Year's Eve, and I had the kid who was ranked second, and I ended up pinning him in the first period. And so it was
confidence booster.
Yeah, exactly, confidence booster. And so just progressively getting higher and higher, and then once February came, it was kind of like, okay, let's go, man. And that was the thing too, is like, if we're going to wrestle, I can't use this as an excuse now. I'm here now, it don't matter. And so that's what I kind of kept it quiet, just because, I obviously, if I told, everybody like, okay, it's torn, then they're going to be attacking my leg, all the time. And so that's why, nobody, family and friends, pretty much knew, coaches and stuff like that. But nobody outside of that, I guess, really knew it was torn. And so I was just kind of telling people it was a deep bone bruise. And so, yeah. And so, like, they were a lot of people, north, they made it to the semis. And so everybody was like, man, why aren't you playing like this now? I'm like, I'm just got kind of, I'm waiting till wrestling. And so it was a big thing to think about, and I'm
Don't
glad.
you worry about what I'm doing. I'll figure it out.
I was like, yeah, I mean, it's a deep bone bruise, but it get pretty serious. But that was a big thing with Coach Rhule. I'm glad he was really behind me. That was the goal. Like, going into this is if it hurts, if something happens, if it whatever, then I'm shutting it down, and we're getting surgery. And so I'm just really really glad that nothing really did happen. And so I feel like everything happens for a reason. And so going through the process, it was really stressful, just because it was constantly on my mind. And then finally, just to be able to, finish on top and win that 4-state title, it was like a relief. Everything was kind of over. I think I was kind of ready to, because I couldn't really run, so I was constantly on the bike. My conditioning was wrestling, and I couldn't really wrestle much. And so it was just tough, but I had to find a way. And that's the thing, like, my dad, he kind of raised me as like, life is tough, life don't care about you, so nobody's going to feel sorry for you. And so that's what, you just got to find a way sometimes, get out of tough situations. And after that match, it kind of was like a weight off my shoulders. I can finally, get this surgery and, get to the next journey. So, yeah.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Tyson, is like I said just before we started recording, man. When I told my wife this story, she had one word for you, and it was psychotic. I'm telling you, and like I said, as she said flat out, as a mother, there is no way in hell she would have let her kid do that. So, props to your parents for kind of taking a step back, knowing that you better than anyone else.
Yep.
And I get it too. God, ACLs these days, it seems like you really can bounce back from that. Kenny, back in your day, you get an ACL injury, that's it. It's
that was some months of rehab. That was some months of rehab.
You're lucky if you come back, even looking the same. And then you got this youngster, right?
Then you still had a year after that to kind of, even though you might have been playing, you still weren't 100%.
Exactly. The one that comes to mind to me, granted, it was a horrific injury, but Willis McGahee. It was a horrific knee injury, but he was never the same athlete after that. And that was, we were in the early 2000s at that point. So to see how far that the science and everything has come along with ACL and MCL injuries. And now I assume, Tyson, like you said, you saw the one doctor that was affiliated with the university, and did he basically say it's like you can't do any more damage to it?
Yeah. That's what, obviously to other ligaments, but he said, the ACL is torn, so it's not like, you're going to tear it anymore or do, more damage to it. And so he basically said, like, obviously with the ACL, you're not going to be able to, play football or basketball, more of the pivoting sports.
Right.
And so that's what wrestling, you're not really, obviously you're moving around, but you're not, cutting, doing, stuff like that, jumping, whatever. And so, I was really, thankful for him just to, be open, kind of be open to what I wanted. And so, yeah.
That's awesome. It's still, I think about it, and once I heard it, man, it was crazy to me to think. And then watching it, I'm like, this kid's got a torn ACL. you wouldn't know. And you're doing it in one of the toughest weight divisions in wrestling, period.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you're a special type of crazy, bro. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So, yeah, that's what. First of all, I need to backtrack. because I need to make sure I heard something correct, which I heard, but I know it's correct, but I want to double check. You went to what high school again? I know. I just want to hear it.
Omaha North.
30th Street and Ames, right?
Yep, that's it, baby.
That's timeout chicken grease in your bloodstream. That's what kept that knee going. You know, you had some timeout chicken, heavy on the grease, and you had some red soda, some strawberry soda. So your blood pumps a little differently. So when you tore the ACL, it wasn't much. You had all that timeout grease, you know, the chicken and the strawberry drink in there, and one of those good grease burgers. So yeah, you built differently. So you're made for that. That's what it is. I knew what it was. As soon as I heard it, I said it's the timeout chicken and that very scary McDonald's on the corner. Next level, baby. Next level. Hey, and you were smelling the good incense from the corner store by the McDonald's. So your bloodstream is different. So it makes sense now. It adds up.
Oh, Kenny, this is why I didn't wear my glasses today, dude. I knew if I did, I was going to be in trouble.
Oh, God. That is hilarious.
And that's what I love, Tyson. This man lives in Arizona, but he still remembers here so vividly, man.
Yeah, only thing he was missing, and it closed down with some good Joe Test and the chips and the fish.
You can't beat Joe Test's catfish, dude.
He damn near be Iron Man. I mean, let's go.
Get this man some Joe Test's, La Casa pizza. La Casa, we're looking for sponsors. If y'all want to help out, I'd be more than happy to get paid in just pizza.
This dude got a different bloodstream. Got a different bloodstream flowing. Yeah. Hey, wrestlers are a little touched anyway, so they elevator don't go all the way up. So that's, and then everything else. This kid's a maniac.
If there's one thing Kenny has always said, Tyson, is you defensive guys, man, y'all are wired differently.
They're not wrapped too tight, bro. They're not wrapped too tight. It's sunny. Anyone who wants to ram their head into people like Ram Man, I know your bus was little and had 10. You won with them. They're not regular, bro. That's not regular.
Kenny,
I played defense, and then all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute, bro. I'm tired of my forearms hurting. I'm tired of running into people. This isn't sexy. My name's in the paper. More girls see it. I'm done. It's a wrap, coach. I'd rather be the rabbit than the one chasing the rabbit. And that was that.
This is why I'm so glad Kenny's on here with me.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I can always rely on him, man. Always.
That timeout chicken ain't no joke.
Yeah.
And see, I live in Little Fremont, man. I don't even know what the hell y'all are talking about. I know Joe Tess's. I know La Casa. I know some of the hot spots.
It's a chicken hub that's been in Omaha for about 60, 70 years, maybe.
Damn.
Right off 30th Street in Ames, down the street. If you're getting ready to go toward the freeway, on the right hand side, the parking. It's been there. I know they changed hours recently. But we used to pull up on there on the late night in our shenanigans in Omaha. I know when I was up there doing the day. Give me a 4-piece, French fries. Give me that red strawberry soda.
Yeah.
And give me the little rolls. And let's keep it pushing. Let's go.
Did you ever hit up Jim's Rib Haven?
I don't know if that was around, but at the time there was Chubby's Soul Food Restaurant. I did a lot of stuff in North Omaha. I had a lot of shenanigans and ventures up there. Just saying it nicely. Heavy in the Omaha streets, man.
Yeah.
Heavy from Lake to all that over there. Yeah, I was.
Damn, Tyson, I doubt you even thought you were going to go down memory road here for a moment.
I wasn't expecting that. 16th and Lake.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Good. Maybe we can get them.
Little pocket. The liquor store right off 30th on the left-hand side. Everywhere.
We just plug them like crazy. Maybe we can get a sponsor from them as well.
Yeah.
Damn. Good Lord. Hope they see this one. You're making the clips too easy this week, Kenny.
Hey, and they would be
Way
like,
too easy.
Here's the funny part. They'd be like, "Aren't you?" I was like, "Yeah." What you doing over here? Chilling.
Chilling.
We remember you. We remember you.
They would be like, "Aren't you 6?" Uh-huh. What you doing? Chilling.
Chilling. Done.
They be like, "We never see you guys up here. Well, you go see me because I'm in the mix, baby."
Was that Blue
Kenny
Nile?
is on point today.
Man, back then, what was popping? The Richter, Cleos. I'm old, so you gotta remember I'm a ways back. It was I had a lot of righteous kills up there, man. Let's just say that.
Oh yeah.
All right, Tyson. I not to shift gears or anything, but I'm sure we're going to get back to that gear at some point. Trust me, it always happens on here. But all right, ultimately, I mean, you've committed here. You're from here. I'm going to ask, obviously the old cliche question, why Nebraska? I mean, you could easily cop out and say, born and raised here. It's in your blood, which obviously, I mean, you're sporting the Adidas shirt with the old Herbie on it, and I love that. So, I mean, it obviously is in your blood, but there has to be some other reason as to why Nebraska was the choice.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, growing up, watching Nebraska, obviously, that was always a dream, But with me, with the past staff, it was kind of like I got offered, but never really talked to my position coach. I never talked to my position coach. Never talked to the head coach at all. Not a hello, handshake, nothing like that. So it was kind of like I want to go anywhere but here. And so once Coach Rhule came in, with his staff and, building that relationship and just kind of seeing, the culture change. Like you can see, Riley Van Poppel, Caleb Benning, Donovan Jones, they came out to a Christian Jones. They came out to a wrestling duel in Lincoln, and then end up coming down to state too. Tyler Knack, a couple other guys. And so just to, have them come all the way down just to watch you wrestle and support, that just shows, the brotherhood, that we have and, how close, just the relationships that, we're all building, and building that with Coach Rhule and then having me, being behind me, being able to wrestle, I'm never going to forget that, it just built, that bond between us and it just, I would do anything, for Coach Rhule. I think, our relationship, just with the coaching staff and everything, they care. They when I hurt my knee, they offered, recovery, things like that. Whatever could help. And so, I think with Nebraska, it was kind of like looking at it from, Coach Rhule, he has NFL experience, and so, that's my overall goal, get to the NFL. So, why not maybe go with a guy who has experience, who's been there? He can get you to that level. I know Coach Knighton, he was there. He played in the NFL, coached. I mean, who want to get developed by that guy? Obviously, he's gone now. But then, Coach Braden, I mean, he's been with the Chiefs, for 8 years. Been with, arguably the best defensive lineman, in the NFL. And so just. I'm really, grateful just to kind of, be around, guys like that, be able to pick their brain. I'm really excited just to get coached by them because, I can't, NFL, that's my dream. So I think, these coaches, the staff, in general, they can take me to that level. And so I was kind of second to none, it was no brainer for me really. And so I was ready to roll with it.
That's good, man. I mean, you said the word right there. You said brotherhood. Now, I mean, Kenny, back when you guys played here, that was number one on that list. You could put a slash in there and put family, but you've always said it. Brotherhood was the key back then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it especially during our time because we didn't have all of the other avenues of things to do as far as communication wise. We didn't have stuff that was just showed me, a la Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, all of these other things. That's why when you heard the story when Vernon said, Corey said across the street, we shared meals. We all literally broke bread with one another. And so it wasn't just on the field. It was, we were Coach Osborne's and them boys. And if something popped off somewhere, you better believe half of us was there and it was going to be a problem. It's just what it was. But we were in the bar, we were going by, hey, somebody said something to one of us, it was going to be a problem. But we were connected on and off the field. It was nothing for us to pull up at one another's house. Hey, man, what y'all over here doing? Go in there, mess with each other, argue, then leave, just to start something. Or just say, let's just walk down fraternity and sorority row and just pop in a house party together. We did stuff like that. Just, hey, what y'all got? Y'all got a kid? Hey, what's going on? Y'all got girls here too. What's up, baby? I mean, that's just what we did. So that was normal. But to hear what he said before going into Coach Rhule and the current staff regarding communication, it goes back because it's one of the things I've always spoken to Bryan and I've said, Tyson, you build a relationship with the coaches first. Now, you being a homegrown kid, you know what Nebraska football is and was, or what we're trying to get back to. Set it in that order because that's the order we're trying to get it back to. And I'm sure your parents are very aware of what Nebraska football used to be and what we're trying to get back to.
Yep.
But to hear that is kind of heartbreaking. It's a little disturbing. It's upsetting because I've always said, and Bryan can attest to this, that you always take care of your in-state kids first.
Yes.
Because they are generally going to be the ones that are most loyal to that program because of what it means to them. And to hear that, it just puts a bad taste in my mouth in regards to some other things I was feeling. But I'm glad that the current staff came in there and did what they did as a person, as a coach, as mentors, as someone who believes in you, the person, not only the player.
Yeah.
Because you can I always tell kids now, go where you're needed, not where you want it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Want it, they'll stack up 20 players. Need it, they need you here. And with the in-state kids, you see the domino effect with him going after the in-state kids now, whatever. You have the other in-state kids recruiting the other in-state kids.
Yeah.
So, because a lot of them are going to be guys they may have played against that was a year or two behind them, that they know the football circuit, the 707, the camps, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good thing, man. And that's pretty dope to see them come to support you in Lincoln and that state. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, what Rhule and this new staff has done, I mean, as far as bringing everybody back together, it seemed like that was going to happen with the previous staff, and then after a couple years, it started to get sour, But here with Rhule going into year 3, which, in the past has been Rhule's magic year, I mean, expectations and optimism's as high as I can remember. I mean, for God's sake, what him and the staff has done with the product he had when he came in to do what they did. And like we said, in that 2023 season, we saw that offensive line start bad. And then as that season went along, very rarely were guys getting in the backfield for sacks or dropping the running back for a loss. And then the same goes with the defense. Go ahead, Kenny.
Give me 1 second. I got it. I'm sorry, fellas. Let me unlock this gate. The landscape is here. I apologize.
Go ahead.
I'll be right back,
brother.
I'll be right back.
Me and Tyson will talk for a moment. That's fine.
Yeah.
But looking at all that and the way that defense improved itself through that 2023 season to become one of the best in the conference.
Yeah.
And then to continue that success this last season, granted, defensive coordinator and Coach Knutzen, they're gone. I understand that, but I think we're going to be in good hands.
Yeah.
Not to mention, Tyson, you've got a hell of a young man that's coming in with you that's going to be joining you on that defensive line out of Texas, and that's Malcolm Simpson.
Yep, for sure. Yeah.
My God. We had him on here
Okay.
Dude, you guys are going to cause some havoc. And then you put Van Poppel into that scenario, throw him in the mix. Dude,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it hurts to lose Huckmacher and Robinson, but when you just reload instead of rebuild,
Yeah.
you guys are going to make us feel so safe. Now, did they give you a certain timetable as far as rehab goes? Are you going to be ready for the fall season?
So, yeah, I mean, it's obviously kind of don't really know. Just, they said, ACL, it's kind of just, with my progress. And so I will say I can only, go extension with 90 degrees right now for the next 4 weeks, but shit, the first week I was already at 90 degrees. And so yeah. So I mean, I'm there for four more weeks, just because of my meniscus. So I got to take it. It's a little slower, just in the beginning, but I've always come back, pretty fast from injuries. I'm hoping the same thing here, but I think in the back of my mind, I think it's just I want to make sure I'm 100% healthy. I don't want to obviously rush back into anything. It's my freshman year. Obviously, it would be really nice to get on the field and help out and play as much as I can. But for me, I think I'm just focused on getting back 100%.
Damn, Kenny, what the hell was that?
Huh?
What is that in the background, dude?
What we got?
Somebody mowing the lawn or something?
Yeah, the landscapers. I had to do the. I had to do.
Oh, damn!
Yeah, that's what I was doing. So I'll be hitting mute, then jump in. Yeah, I had to unlock my gate. I had to unlock my gate. They were supposed to be here yesterday, so they're doing the front now.
Wait a minute, I thought someone was breaking that wall down with a saw or something.
Got a Tremors moment happening, just busting through his basement.
He's literally got the weed eater outside of my window.
Hear it when you're talking. That's the funny part. It's only when you're quiet.
Oh man, it's loud. That's how I knew they were here. I'm like, oh snap. Yeah, he missed yesterday. It had been raining, so the grass was too wet. So
okay.
Then they said we might be out in the morning, so it wasn't for sure, dog. Sitting out here. So I was like,
So yeah, Tyson. I mean, yeah, obviously ACL any injury, really. The timetable is going to vary from person to person. You've got youth on your side. Like you said, you obviously bounce back from things pretty quickly. Has anybody maybe put you in touch with Fedoni to talk about anything that he did coming off 2 ACL injuries himself?
Yeah, I mean, that's actually I haven't thought about that. That could be a great person to talk to. I think maybe Prohaska too.
Yes,
I'm just that you named Fedoni, just kind of thinking about that. I've talked to I've been talking to Mooberry a lot. He actually just got he actually tore his like a couple weeks after I did. And so he got his right away. And so I've been talking to him. Me and him are pretty close. Him and Caden played 8th grade football together. And so I've just been asking him questions, kind of like, man, like this thing's no joke, dude. And so yeah, he's been pretty helpful on that.
Good. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was just wondering if maybe they'd want you to talk to anybody else on the team or that's been on the team that's been through it. And off the top of my head, Fedoni just came to mind. I mean, 2 ACL injuries in 2 years, I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh, God. If anybody knows how to rehab an ACL, I would think it's going to be him.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would. I'm probably gonna have to reach out to him then, for sure.
Yeah, if you get the chance and you've got a way to contact him, I mean, I don't know much. I'm a 42-year-old man that works for the city of Omaha, so I'm no coach. I'm no physician. Just saying, usually guys that have been through it, they might know a trick or two.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, all right. So hopefully you're ready to go this fall. That would be awesome to see. I mean, if not, okay, take your time. I mean, obviously, if need be, there's a red shirt to take for an extra year if you need it. But I'd rather see you out there right away. I'm being selfish. That's me personally. I can't wait for this season to get going.
Yeah.
Now, you being the homegrown kid, you've known all about the spring game every single year. It's fan fest, basically. It's like having a game in the spring without having a game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I got to ask, I mean, ultimately, what were your thoughts when you heard that they're going to basically scrap that and just kind of do a fan day?
I mean, to me, I think, Rhule kind of hit it off too. I mean, a lot of guys, they see that and then they start poaching, other teams. I think after kind of hearing that, I think it's a good idea. Obviously, you don't want to, show nothing, too early or anything like that. And I mean, I think, it does suck, just people watching on TV, I guess. But, I mean, that's what last spring, there was, a couple of recruits. I'm like, yeah, man, like what spring game do you know that is sold out like this? Like, this is like, you don't see this anywhere, man, like sold out. And so, I mean, I think it's obviously probably gonna be the same thing. But, I think it was, I kind of, like what Rhule was saying about it, just with, other colleges throwing money or offering kids, hit the portal. So, yeah.
And Kenny, me and you talked about this. It was funny to see how Rhule was getting roasted on Twitter about making that decision. And you start to see these bigger schools following suit. Once again, Rhule leading the way and taking the flack for it. And then these bigger schools getting praised for saying, "Oh, that's such a smart thing to do."
Yeah.
Why didn't anybody think of this before? Well, hey, Rhule thought of it. I mean, come on, was this a fine bomb situation? You gonna come after
No,
them?
I think. Well, there's a couple things you have to take into consideration. This is just my honest opinion. There are several things in there. What I looked at when I heard about it was, we spoke about it. The spring games means more at the University of Nebraska than it does to other schools. Mm-hmm. Point blank, period. You can't even argue that point. The other ones have it and they show up. Ohio State will have a little bit more people because they won a national championship, just like Michigan did after they won their national championship.
Of course,
they get a bigger attendance after they've done something of that nature.
Yeah.
Ours is always packed. It is the event. Now, selfishly, I want the game. That's just me. As me and one of my buddies were talking about via text, and he was like, "What the hell is going on?" And because he heard about it, he was like, "It's just ridiculous." For me, I look at big picture of the spring game. I look at what it means to the fans, as we spoke about, people that's unable to come to the game, to get a chance to come down to see the players in person, to meet the players. Some people's first time and maybe last time ever coming to the stadium. I look at that. I look at what it means to a lot of the former players. That's probably one of the only times a lot of us come back. Yep. We don't just pop into Nebraska. Like my boy said, KC, and you guys know, except if they don't get you guys back September and October, it's a wrap. You guys aren't coming back there. It's cold.
Yeah, I'll tell you that right now, Tyson. Kenny don't come back here when it's cold anymore.
I mean, but that's the truth. So I mean, that's time we would all come back, bro. You going to the game? That's the text. That's the communication. Yeah, I'll be there, homie. What day you get, man? I get in Thursday. All right, I'll be there Friday, bro. Let's blah 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 blah. So a lot of us look at it like, but I get it. I understand it, but I mean, if a guy's not in, the guy's not in. I mean, this is nothing. This is nothing new. Let's take out the money aspect of it and being post. The only difference now is there's no penalty for people leaving.
Yeah.
So the concept, I think a lot of people have this concept that this is a free fall for college football and people just up and leaving. Let me tell you, if this was in the 90s, a lot of us you see now wouldn't have been at Nebraska.
Yeah.
A lot of us would have left. And sometimes people always think it's about playing time and this and that. Sometimes you might be homesick or you want to get closer to home, all these other things. So game-wise, I wish they would have it. Am I understanding? Yeah, but people going to be on the coaching staff now, Matt Rhule, because it's Nebraska and it means more. That's why he got all the backlog, backlash about it. So, I mean, but I understand, but I don't want to see nobody in no tight pants and little shirts out there playing touch football and doing no BS. I mean, let me see something. Hell, you might as well go full team skeleton. Let the linemen match up and go against each other and watch the D linemen punish the offensive linemen because they can't hold and all that stuff. Let's get physical. But don't be out there half-assed. Nobody want to see that shit. I can go in training mode on Madden or something. And, hey, run through this cone and do that if I want to see that shit. So come on, man. We got to get active out there, man. I want to see something. Get them boys some creatine and some Gatorade. And tell them go get nasty out there. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
Let's get to it.
Oh my God. Get some creatine in you. Jeez. Holy shit. You can tell when Kenny gets passionate about what he's talking about too, because he doesn't usually cuss, but when he starts saying cuss words, dude, it's hilarious shit. It really is. Oh, gotta love the guy. Man. All right. So Tyson, I mean, I gotta ask you, I mean, coming here, obviously you said you want to move on to the league. That's the ultimate goal by the end of your career here. I've got to ask, say you're having a stellar junior year, man. And I mean stellar. We're talking like Hutmacher or Robinson type year. What's going to happen if your draft stock's looking pretty good, man? I hate to put you on the spot like this, and I know this is down the road, but would you come back for that senior year? Or, I mean, and it would be no hard feelings if you forego it. Because if your draft stock is high, man, you've got to take it.
Let me tell you something. Let me do this.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to say this for you. I'm going to speak for him. We've all seen the viral video. Hell no. No. Hell to the no. Hell no. Don't come back, man. Get the hell up out of there.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think, if I, end up having a year like that, I think it's, for me, it's, getting there. I talked to Harrison Phillips a couple weeks ago at the state wrestling tournament, and he was just talking about how this guy was 28 and he was looking for a new contract, but they were saying he's 30. And so he was saying, like, man, you want to get to the league as fast as you can, and so, for me, I think it maybe, circumstances like junior year, maybe, we make the college football playoffs, maybe I stay another year and maybe get a ring or something like that. I think for me staying, I think it'd probably be something, along the lines of that, but I'm probably going and getting that money and getting up in that league. So
yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. That's
I appreciate the damn honesty. Thank you.
I mean, that's where I think a lot of people fail to, or they try to minimize. Yes, you want to go to play football. Yes, you want to go to, but every kid's dream is to go to the NFL.
Yeah.
Where else can you go in any collegiate athletic sport, especially basketball and football, that where you can go and make that type of money, enjoying and loving what you do? I can't enjoy that and love that, make that off the top being an engineer. Not gonna happen. Or being this lawyer, it's not gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Even though they love their career field. You get what I'm saying? But you're telling me that I'm on the practice squad making $150,000. I'm in shape. I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. Yeah. Hey, I'm sexy in the club. I wear a tight shirt. Look at my muscles. You telling me I can do that? And I'm winning? Come on, man.
Popping that chain.
Yeah.
Hey. The clips are writing themselves today, gentlemen. They are right.
Watch me shine. Hey, watch me shine, baby.
So easy.
Man, come on, man. I'm out of here. I'm shaking the spot. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Bouncing.
Yeah. Peace, 2 fingers, just like straight like that. I'm literally calling the coaches like the Harlem Nights scene. Hey, coach, put coach on the phone. I ain't never coming back. I'm out. That's it. Yep. Just like the sunshine scene. I'm gone.
He gone.
Oh shit. Oh God.
Cheeks
All
are
right.
starting to get sore.
Oh, you have no idea, dude. My face is beat red over here. I've been crying. Oh, Jesus. Like I said, that's why I didn't wear my glasses today. I had a fucking feeling that something like this shit was going to happen. Oh, good Lord. All right. Now, Tyson, I've got to ask you, because this is something I asked Malcolm Simpson when he joined us. I believe it was this past summer.
Okay.
Coach Knighton was his ultimate reason for committing here. He looked at him as a father figure. Now, we talked extensively about Coach Knighton. And so when Coach Knighton decided to leave and go to Florida State with Coach White, I was worried. I was thinking, okay, he's probably going to decommit, which I would totally understand. If he wants to follow the coach that truly recruited him, I totally get it. He's comfortable with him. I messaged Malcolm a day after that because I didn't want to sound pushy or feel pushy. But I messaged him personally and I was like, just kind of want to see where your head's at on this one. You decide to decommit and follow Coach K. I understand. It's no big deal, no hard feelings. Still going to be a fan of yours. Less than 2 minutes later, I get back a message, GBR. He's all in. So I got to ask you, Tyson, what was there any second thought in your mind once you heard Coach White and Knighton were taken off?
I think with me, I was really blessed with, a lot of people has been through the process. And so I think a big part of that was not committing really hard to a coach. You see it all around. If you have the same coaches for 4 years, that's pretty, that's not really heard of. There's
No.
guys bouncing around, 1 year, 2 years. I see different coaches who are, at a place, and then 2 days later they're at a new place. It's just like, dang, man, like it's the
Hit the home.
yeah, for me, how I grew up old school. I was kind of like loyalty. It was, you're not really switching up nowhere. And so with them leaving, I think we kind of knew about Coach White. I think it was kind of bound to happen, him
Yep.
leaving. Obviously, with his, 2 years here, they were, incredible. And how the Coach Knight thing, that was obviously, like I said earlier, like, playing the NFL coach, that was, a big role in my commitment. And I think, just talking with Rhule, just during that situation, trusting him. And that's what I think the overall thing was I knew that, he was going to find, the right guys. He was going to, fill those spaces good. And so, how the situation kind of happened, I signed my letter and, about 2 minutes later, he called me and, said he was, he had said he was going. And so I think, he said, if he has a lot of family down there, he's trying to, the best things for him. And so, I wish the best. He always, he hits me up here and there, and so it's the relationship, I think is obviously not as it was, but we still stay in contact. And so, I don't really have, I guess now I don't have as much hard feelings, as I did, when it was all going down. But I trust, Coach Rhule through that process, and obviously he's found some pretty solid guys there. So yeah.
Yeah, it seems like Rhule. Oh, go ahead, Kenny.
No, what I was going to just say real quick is what I can respect about that is that he reached out to you to let you know what's going on.
Yep.
A lot of coaches just leave and you see it on TV or read about it, and that's it.
Yep.
And I know those kids are like, this dude just, you know what I mean? And it comes off generic when you see them on TV. Oh, yeah, I'm so. Yeah, let's go. So, you know what I mean? But for them to reach out, that says a lot about the person, man.
Yep. Yeah. And that's what, him reaching out, and, those, it happened on a Wednesday, and we were texting Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And I find after James Williams hit the portal, it was kind of like, all right, he's probably gone too. And so, just him, reaching out, like you said, it means a lot, just with our relationship. And so that it was nice to kind of just hear him say that over the phone, and not, just kind of ghost me until, whenever. But yeah.
Now, I do got to ask you, Tyson, I got to ask your opinion on the transfer portal these days, because growing up for me, I mean, it was the same for Kenny. If you decided to transfer, you sat out that next year, regardless. So you really had to be sure if you were going to transfer or not. Now, in a way, I am for the transfer portal. What I'm not for is the times that they do it, especially the time right before bowl games.
Yes.
You're messing with teams royally at that point. I mean, I believe Marshall had to back out.
Yep.
They lost so many players to the portal. And that, to me, that should not ever happen. I think, in my opinion, there should be one time to transfer, and that should be in the summer. Once spring practice is done for everybody has their vacation. That's when the transfer portal should be open and closed. Maybe even a whole 2-month period. Say June, July. There's your transfer portal right there.
Yep.
But I just kind of want to get your opinion on the transfer portal as it is today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of same with you. Like Kenny said earlier, I mean, you know, some guys, you know, they want to be closer to home, and so I think, you know, I think it's a good thing. Obviously, you know, maybe you're not, you know, getting enough playing time. Okay, now we're gonna maybe transfer to, you know, somewhere else. You know, find a spot that you're needed. You know, and so I also I'm same with you. You know, I seen a guy. I don't remember his name, but I think it was like his third college, and it was like, geez, man, like you're not even. I mean, what are you doing? You know, and I seen it a lot of guys too. Like, you know, this was if I don't know, but guy, you know, went to big time school, came back to his hometown school, got a bunch of money, and then left. So you know, it's just things like that. It's just like. I can't I can't do that, you know. For me, you know, I've always kind of been not really a transfer type of dude. Like I'm the 4th generation at Omaha North. I got a Viking tattoo on my back.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I'm kind of run deep through there, and so
it's commitment, dude.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I'm a huge relationship type of guy, you know, and so I don't and once I'm kind of at a place, you know, you gotta find, like I said earlier, you gotta find a way to kind of do some things, you know. You don't agree with some coaches, then so be it, you know. I mean, you got a coworker at work or something you don't like, so be it, you know. I mean, obviously you can't, there's nothing really you can do. You just gotta get around that and enjoy, you know, the things you can control.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
All right, so we're getting up to about a little over the 50-minute mark. We'll start to wind it down. I like to go close to the hour mark. Okay. Yeah, so some of the guests Kenny gets, though, man, I let those guys roll like crazy because, man, some of those stories I get to hear about from those guys growing up watching them and then hearing the shit that they would pull while they're here. I mean, some of the stories I've heard off camera it blows some people's minds, man. It really is. So I try to keep it around a certain time point for everybody. But I did have one more thing I wanted to ask you about. And I mean, this is looking down the future. Where do you see yourself and this program by the time your career's done here?
Oh, man. I mean, shoot, I obviously see myself playing, you know, just with my mentality, you know, I'm coming right in there. I'm ready to scrap, you know, that's how I am. That's how I was raised, you know. I mean, we're ready to go, you know. I see this program, you know, obviously I'm really excited, you know, just for this year, but I trust Coach Rhule, you know, the people that he's got there, you know, the people that he's brought in. I think he's brought in some great guys, some, you know, big time recruits, obviously, you know, with Viola. I mean, there's nothing really bigger than that. I think that was the highest recruit that we've ever gotten, if I'm not wrong.
In my lifetime, I think it is. I'll be 43 in May. So
yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I'm really excited for this. I think it's finally, I think when Frost came in, everybody was like, "Oh man, this is the guy." My dad always said like, "This is going to be your coach," and so obviously things happen, whatever.
Oh,
But
Dad, how wrong you couldn't have been.
yeah, yeah, and so I think it's finally starting to take the turn. We're winning the close games, and so I think we're going to be a college football playoff team. In these next couple years. So yeah.
That's exactly the stuff I love to hear. I mean, yes, I'm a homer in every sense of the word and definition. You can ask Kenny every year before the season starts. Hey, see y'all in Indy, and we'll see y'all in the CFP. And I mean, I can never ever say that we're gonna lose a game. Period.
And I'm over here like 3-5, 3-9.
Yeah, he's the truthful one. He's the one that just tries to bring me back
4-8.
down to earth.
4-8.
You got last year's record correct. So I mean,
Okay.
you're onto something.
Yeah.
But me,
No,
no, I'm predicting, like, even when the game looks dire, when we've played against Ohio State at their best or Michigan at their best, when last time Michigan came to Lincoln and just routed us.
Yeah.
Before that game, I'm still saying, hey, we got a chance. All right. Some things got to go right our way. Some things got to royally go wrong their way. But any given Saturday.
Yeah, we had a chance to get some warm pizza after the game. That's about it. Some warm pizza, please.
That's about all they could have gotten. Oh, dear God.
$1 hot dogs.
Hey,
man.
If it was Madden, the 21-point rule, cut the game off.
Going home early.
That's it. 21-point rule. You're not even getting the possession. Pop one rule. Put them on a 50. I forgot who we were playing one time. I was like, put us on a 50, please. Give us a chance. Oh, Lord, have mercy.
We're playing the new college football game on PS5. I ain't gonna lie, if there was a 21-point rule on there, I'd probably be through like my 20th season by now. I mean, I'm just starting my 2031 season. Everybody that was on this team that is real is gone. I mean, I've got all computer-generated names at this point, all of them. But I love the recruiting aspect of it. I mean, have you gotten the chance to play that yet, Tyson?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I love it. I love it. And that's what, with having this surgery now, I mean, it's kind of been on it a lot recently.
Got some time on your hands, do you?
Oh yeah. And then we got spring break this week now. So, I'm kind of enjoying myself a little bit.
All right. Now here's the important question, Tyson, PS5 or Xbox? What is it?
Oh, PS5.
Yes, that's my man.
Yeah, me too. Hold on one second.
Oh yeah, wait till you see this shit.
He's got a box.
I think he's got like 2 of them. He's never even opened either box.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know what's wrong with this guy. I don't know what he's thinking. But yeah, I swear he's got 2 of them in the box and he's never opened them.
Jeez, I mean,
and he's had them for like 2 years.
Might as well sell them now. I mean,
there it is. There's one of them. Unopened. Unbelievable. You're gonna have to get it closer there, Kenny. The backdrop's cutting through. Yeah, just kill the backdrop. Kill the backdrop.
Hold on, I'll do it. Hold on.
Oh, we still ain't seeing shit, bro. Still ain't seeing anything. There we go. All right, now we ain't got a backdrop.
There it is. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Hey, I still haven't opened them.
Collected.
Still haven't
Kenny,
opened
what
them,
do you
man.
think? What are you gonna do? Put them in a time capsule for somebody?
I mean, one day I'll get them.
All right. So now that I know Tyson's a PS5 guy on college football, dude, I'm gonna have to hit you up on there, send you my gamer tag.
For sure.
Real easy one to remember too, and it's all lowercase. Red Zone Killer.
Red Zone Killer. I got you.
I did that when, was it like 2007 or 2008 for PS3? First time I'd ever played online. I was really good at that time. And if you got in the red zone on me, forget it. You're going to get lucky to get 3. Forget 6, buddy. So that's where I came up. Yep, that's where I came up with the gamer tag. I was like, the hell with it. Shit, it fits.
I love it. That's awesome.
The red zone don't mean shit to me in this game. I don't care. Red zone offense, my ass. Wait till you see my red zone defense. We're going to have some fun.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Like offense, I'm like, man, I'm just throwing this thing up here. I mean, that's what me. I've youth football. We were running the ball first. My high school, we're I formation. I mean, we're running the ball. I think it was like 70% to 30% pass, and so, man, when I get on offense, I'm not. Second and 12 or third and 15, I'm looking for a toss or something. I'm like, shit, I don't know what's going on here. But
yes. Oh God, I love that shit. I really do. That game's a blast, man. And I gotta ask now. I don't know how it works because the new one will be coming out here, I believe, in July.
Okay.
CF. Jesus Christ. Yeah, CFB 26. And I'm going to assume you're going to be getting approached here by EA or however they do that to see if you're going to be in this year's game because you'll be on the roster as a freshman.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
And I assume you haven't been contacted at all about anything like that yet.
No, yeah, I have not. But I mean, yeah, I guess that's something that I'm probably gonna be. I know like last year, obviously the roster size was a lot bigger, but like some freshmen, weren't on there and whatever. But I guess I didn't think about that, so I might be getting a free little disc here soon.
Man, the hell with the free disc, man. Get paid. That's the whole point of bringing this game back for you guys, man.
Yeah.
Finally, players
give
getting
me
paid.
my pesos. Let me get my pesos.
Kenny got fucked, so I mean he's not getting any money. Poor guy. Poor guy, dude. I just feel so bad for you guys, man. Y'all got screwed. Sorry, Kenny. Man, y'all got screwed, bro. Oh, it's terrible. All right, so we've approached the hour mark. We'll go ahead and start shutting her down. Tyson, why don't you let everybody know where they can find you on any social media, my friend?
Yeah, I mean, I'm on Twitter, Instagram. It's Tyson_Terry with 3 Y's. I'm pretty sure that's both of my stuff. Not too hard to find. I got TikTok. I'm not really on that much, but I can't remember my username for that. But that's really what I'm all on. And so yeah.
Yeah, day to day, we don't know if we're going to have TikTok here or it's not going to be here. So, I mean, it's just one of those things. Just stay off of it until we know for sure.
Yep. That's
Lord.
what I love. Instagram reels. I don't know if you guys really watch. Those are.
Oh yeah.
Those get pretty funny.
You can lose yourself for a solid hour just scrolling through reels, man.
You can for sure.
Well, that's why I figured. That's why I started putting reels for us on Instagram and Facebook. Because I'm like, man, people do nothing but watch reels.
Yep.
It's a good way to get out there, get some more exposure. Shit, we need it. We'll take it
for sure. Yeah, I mean that's what I know. A bunch of the state wrestling stuff were Instagram reels and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I came across quite a bit of yours scrolling through them, Tyson. So I mean, all that wrestling shit you had going on, dude. I mean, like I said, you were the talk of social media. It not just around this state either. So I mean, I hope you know what you did. It was huge. I mean, I hope that really sinks in someday. That man, you royally accomplished something that very few ever have.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys. So we'll go ahead and shut her down now. You know where to find Kenny. You see it right there. Twitter, Instagram, HuskerNoop1911. You know where to find the show. Twitter, Instagram. You see it right there at Husker Army Pod. And of course, as always, if you're watching on YouTube, please make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon. Going to help us out a lot. Then one last time, let you guys know about the merch. You got to check it out. Shop.hurrdatsports.com. Get yourself a Husker Army Podcast shirt, a hat, a beanie, hell, a stainless steel tumbler, a coffee mug. I mean, who doesn't drink coffee? Well, I don't, but so yeah, I guess I screwed myself on that answer. All right, so pretty easy to find us. Audio only platforms, you know where to find it. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, plenty more. I mean, if you're listening on there, obviously we're there. So we'll go ahead and shut her down now. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as we did today. Kenny made the clips very easy to pull for today. So I can't thank him enough for that, my brother. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
And thank you so much to Tyson Terry for joining us, man. Good luck on the rehab with the knee. Can't wait to see you this season. Hopefully everything's ready to go and we get to see guys like you, Malcolm, and Van Poppel just wreaking havoc on that line this year, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
we need it. We need it.
Like The Rock does, man. Getting those goosebumps, dude.
Oh yeah. Well, I appreciate it a lot. You know, I thank you guys for having me on. You know, it was a fun hour.
Yeah,
man. Oh man, it was a blast, and I can't wait to let everybody watch or listen to this one. I think they're gonna enjoy the shit out of this.
Oh yeah.
He's about to get off here. Past Mount Zion Church and they go give him a 3-piece.
I got some Popeyes last night. I got a couple sandwiches and I got a 4-piece. So
did you get spicy or regular?
Oh, I got spicy.
Yeah, you had Omaha North. I know I got that spicy.
Yeah,
I know what's up.
Oh yeah, there ain't no classic over here.
Yeah,
I love it. I love the bonding from AZ to NE, dude. I love it, man. This is what I'm talking about. Family. Oh, this is awesome. This would be great, man. If Kenny's ever back for another game and you're still on the team at the time, Tyson, man, you guys can meet up.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna pull up on him and holler at him, man.
Yeah. Get to the chicken place. Roll to Omaha, dude.
Yeah,
he know he misses it.
Yeah. Heavy on the grease. Thank you. It'll make
shit.
It's crispy skin. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Crispy. All right. Shit. I suppose everybody. All right. At this point, you guys know what to do. Husker Nation, Husker Army, at ease. You are all dismissed.
A Hurrdat Sports Network production.